But I want to discuss a principle first. This is going to be very beneficial to anybody watching the video series, as well as yourself. What I've noticed, big thing that influences the fluidity of your posing routine or how you look on stage is the acceptance of the fact that when you're, let me pick better words. You have to redefine in your mind what you consider a pose to be. And right now, for most bodybuilders, a pose, well, it is mandatory, and what a pose is, deeper than that, is a pose where I'm able to contract everything the way I feel it needs to be, because that's just what I've been programmed to do. I've been programmed to do a front double bicep this way, this is how I do it, I have to be contracted here, and this is what a pose is. Whereas if you were to do a front double bicep without flexing your biceps, like, you would not consider that a pose. But if you're in a certain position where you're on the floor doing a pose and you're unable to flex something, it might still look extremely good. Okay. But mentally you're like, it doesn't look good unless I flex. So the biggest thing is, the principle I'm trying to get across is, you have to rethink what you're going to consider a pose. So for instance, if I'm down here doing a pose this way, my arms might not be fully contracted, but it might look good. All right, something like this might look good, but my arms are contracted. But the shot might look really good on stage. So it's the mentality that I'm being watched every movement I make, and I have to accept the fact that some of my poses, especially if I'm getting more creative, I'm not going to be able to flex every muscle that I feel I need to flex in order to get that pose, and that's okay. It's not like I have to do this as hard as I can, and if I don't, it doesn't count. It's not a good pose. So a lot of people, they just don't accept that fact, and they don't really think that far into it. And therefore, their posing routine just consists of, this is what I think a pose is, really rigid. This is what I think a pose is, exactly, because they consider a pose to be only the point in time where they're flexing everything they think they can flex. And we got to go deeper than that. Does that make sense?